So 3 over after the first 3, not the perfect start, but again it is wing foot and it is particularly long and it is difficult. Let's play the next 6 holes, let's get the front 9 complete. Let's see if we can hold it together and get a reasonable score going. So the 4th hole, dogleg round to the left. We've got a trap out there on the right hand side. Probably isn't going to interfere with the Tour Pros, to be honest. Bunker on the left, they're probably going to carry that, I would imagine. Doglegs round to the left, like I say, probably best off in the right half of the fairway, ideally for a better angle into the green. Front bunkers, left and right. Doesn't look like you want to be going long because there's a bit of trouble out the back, bushes, etc. Quite a large green, this one, but it is long, very long. So for me, I'm going to try and hit this pretty damn straight, not going to try and take any of the corner off. Hit it pretty straight and hopefully end up in the right half of the fairway. Yeah, pretty straight that. Should get some decent run as well. Is that a fairway? I've hit a fairway. Pretty long too, so 282. Not too disappointed with that. Let's see what the shot into the green is like. So although that drive wasn't the best strike, it wasn't too bad, but I'm now left with 195 yards into this green. Pin tucked onto the left-hand side. This shot looks as though it's going to accept a draw more than it will a little bit of a fade. So I'm just going to hit a 7-iron with a draw here. It's 4 feet downhill. Just maybe landing it just on the front part of the green and let it roll up to the pin. That's the idea. It's tight. Oh, sit. Oh, just off the back edge. That was such a good shot as well. So I think we can all agree that shot deserved a little bit better than this link. Just crawled off the back edge of the green, coming out some juicy rough, losing quite a bit of spin and power onto a really hard green from quite a short distance. This is going to take a real delicate touch to get this close. Oh. Thought I'd hold it. First par. It's taken 4 holes, but that's a par 3 over through 4. We're steadying the ship. Let's get to the 5th. So the 5th hole, par 5, slight dogleg round to the left. Don't want to be going left hitting that tree. Certainly don't want to go to the right hand side here. Maybe troubling you with those traps. Again, it's not that long of a hole. I'll be expecting a few of the guys to be getting up in this, or getting up to this in 2. There's quite a lot of trouble around the green with regards to bunkers, but those bunkers don't really cause the best players in the world too much of an issue. To be honest, I can be seeing quite a few birdies here. I'll be happy with a par, but I'd take a birdie if I can get one. So par 5, I'm going to go with the big stick here. Try and set this off down the right hand side and draw it back a little bit, see if we can get some roll out on the fairway as well to try and eke out a few more yards so I can get up in 2. Let's give it a good smash. Yeah, it's drawing, not the best strike. I'll accept that. Sit. That's going into the semi-rough. So that drives left me with 218, uphill and slightly downwind. So this ball's going to be coming in pretty shallow. I'm losing a lot of spin with this shot as well. Somewhere in the vicinity of about 20% of the spin's going to be taken off. So the ball's going to be coming in pretty hot into a hard green. So this could be tricky. I'm going to try and hit this hybrid pretty full and try and hit it high. Try and get the spin rate up a little bit as well if I can. Right, left side of the green. Go on. Oh, we're on board. How many putts is it going to give me? 2 putts, so that's a birdie. We're back to 2 over through 5. This is starting to look a little bit more respectable. Now onto the 6th, which is a really short par 4. Bunkered down the left-hand side there for people hitting irons off the tee to catch them out. You are better off down the left-hand side of this fairway, no doubt. Some guys may have a rip at this, but there's really no advantage to doing that, I don't think, unless you're going to put yourself in this front bunker. Pin is incredibly tight here, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to approach that. Now, because of that pin location, I'm taking a different strategy to what I probably would do. I'd usually hit maybe a long line or hybrid down there. I'm going to try and thrash driver as far down as I possibly can and as far to the left without being in too much trouble as I can as well, to open up that flag, maybe chip up and maybe hole a putt. Sounds like a good plan. Let's see if we can get anywhere near executing it. So I'm just going to thrash this pretty hard. It was struck okay as well, and that's frozen rope, as they say. Go! Go on! But that's left a really, really difficult chip. So I'm not going to try and be too clever here. I'm going to aim left of the pin, just try and get this on the green, and then hopefully kind of two putt and get out of here with a par. If they ever put the pin here on the right hand side during this tournament, there might be a few upset players. It's pretty much impossible to get anywhere near it. So I'm looking forward to seeing this hole on the coverage. Right, just nice and delicate. Needs to sit and grab. Oh dear. Oh, I've made a pig's ear of that. So that's left me with 63 feet, coming out of some rough, losing a lot of spin. So this is going to roll out quite aggressively, I think. It's going from bad to worse, isn't it? Not a great shot, that one. Two putts, back to 3 over through 6. God, it really is. When you get around the greens, you sort of get a little bit sort of nervous. The greens are running so fast and so hard, and coming out with some rough as well. It's really difficult to actually gauge the distances here. I can see a lot of guys struggling this week. Maybe not as much as I am. Right, hole number 7, a fairly short hole for this course, just underneath 170 yards. Trap on the left, big bunker on the right short. No real trouble long here. Pin here for me is at the back of the green. This looks reasonably straightforward. It is playing slightly uphill, but it's nothing that's going to make the club selection that difficult. So I'm going to go with the 7-iron and just go, or aim to go right at it. Pull, I think. There's a pull, that bunker's looking good. Oh, it's flown it. So yardage was okay, just direction, just a little bit of a pull that. Green's not particularly wide. So that's left me with this little problem. I'm losing 25% spin. I'm losing 12% power. I'm coming uphill as well, so that's going to mean the land angle is going to be a little bit more shallow as well. The greens, are, as I keep saying, are really hard and really fast. This is really tricky. It's really, really tough. I mean, normal course conditions, this just wouldn't be that much of a problem at all, but this course is everything but normal. Here's the sit. Sit, 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 sit. Well, I've hit the green at least. Now let's pray for a 1-putt. Again, 2 putts. The simulator doesn't like me, does it? So now 4 over through the first 7 holes. No disaster. It could be worse. It could be better. Let's get on to hole number 8. Hole 8, par 4, dogleg round to the right, which is reasonably quite severe. Can't see anybody really cutting the corner off here. Maybe DeChambeau, possibly. No real trouble down that left-hand side, to be honest. The entranceway into the green, not too much problems. But I don't want to miss the pin to the left here for sure, coming out of that trap. That's going to make it quite difficult. The length here is making this difficult, and it's the dogleg round to the right. So most people are going to be wanting to hit a fade round here. So yeah, hitting the ball from left to right is probably preferable here for most right-handed players. So that's maybe going to shave a couple of yards off on this hole. And it's pretty long anyway. We're kind of up towards to sort of 470 in length, which is quite a long hole for a par 4. I'm going to try and hit something fairly straight, maybe with a very slight cut if I can. There's not too much trouble down the left side of the fairway. I'm really happy with that. Heart was in my mouth a little bit. Stayed there. I thought I clipped the tree, but I hadn't. So that's left me with 174, 3 feet downhill. I'm losing pretty much 30% of spin, so this ball's going to be quite difficult to control once it hits the ground. I'm going to just try and aim to land this just short of the green and slightly to the right of the pin. Again, like I said on the flyover, don't look, or certainly doesn't look like I want to miss this left for sure. So I'm just going to aim down that right hand side of the green a little bit. Hopefully land it just short. It's more left than I wanted. Hey, but I'll take it. Sit. You can really get the sense of loss of control. The ball just does not want to stop on these greens, but I'm definitely going to take that. 2 putts again this time, so that's another par. 4 over through 8. Let's hit the ninth. Ninth hole is long, long, long. Over 500 yards, par 4. It is downhill slightly, granted, and with the fairways running pretty firm and fast, hopefully, we can get this out there over the 300-yard mark. Trees down the right-hand side, trees down the left. Again, this juicy rough. Shot into the green, as you can probably expect on such a long par 4. There's not too much trouble short, so we should be able to land something up there short and roll it up onto the green. Yeah, I'd be happy with a par here, as I would on every hole, to be honest. So one of these holes that leaves you with no real option, you've kind of got to hit a driver unless you're happy to settle for bogey. I do like the big American flag down there as well, very patriotic. Let's give this a smash. Hit this one as hard as I can. Let's see how far down there we can get this. Oh, it's leaking a bit to the right. Hold on to the fairway. It will. I think. Stop. Stop. Nah, not quite 300. 296. That drive's just left me with just over 220 yards. Slightly downhill. Bunker obviously there on the right hand side, trap on the left. I'm just going to try and land this just a fraction short of the green. Try and maybe fade it in a little bit as well. Let it hopefully let it roll up onto the front edge of the green somewhere near the pin. Hitting a 5-iron here. Because I'm going to fade it fractionally, I'm going to hit this pretty hard. Overfaded. Yeah, I've left myself with a bit of a tricky shot there as well, I think. Yeah, pretty poor shot that one, to be honest. It's left me a shot where, well, this shouldn't be too difficult really. I've got plenty of room to work with over the top of this bunker. I'm losing a fair bit of spin again because of the rough. But hopefully we can get this somewhere close. Come round, come on. Come on, come in. Yeah, it's not brilliant, but I'll take it. Another 1 putt. So 4 over through the front 9, around this incredibly long course in difficult conditions. I'm quite happy with it actually, 4 over, I'm quite happy. Let's head to the back 9 in par 3. Hopefully I can hold it together.